I'm Simon Pegg. I'm the beaver.
All right, give me a second here. Let's start this up here. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Netflix Explorers podcast, the podcast where we break down these movies like all of your Christmas presents from the 1890 studio as well. My name is Dale.
Coming down the chimney and into your podcast ears, I'm Adam.
And I'm Patrick, so you can unbuckle your Christmas belts and continue on.
Today we're going over Kill Me 3 Times, The Voices, and Black Mirror, Episode 1. Please stick around. Gentlemen, how was your Christmas-eye? Christmases? It's Christmas. What's plural for Christmas?
Definitely not Christmas-eye.
It's like cactus, Christmas, cacti, Christmas-eye.
What is a Christmas belt?
It's like your big leather, like goes over your Santa suit.
Like the big buckle?
All right, well, a little pretext. I have like one belt that's 2 sizes bigger that I wear around Thanksgiving and Christmas.
You went a little pin too low on this one? You gotta empty it back out a little bit, or what?
Well, so like we're post-Christmas, so now I'm slimming back down.
Oh, okay.
So now I can unbuckle it and go back to my old belt.
I gotcha.
It's kind of a personal thing. I don't want to get into it, but
Oh, wow, okay.
you know,
Little dive.
You brought
it's
it
just
up.
fashion. It's just fashion.
Little dive into Patrick's life.
How you doing, Rusty?
Dude, doing good, man.
How was the Dutch Christmas?
It was good. Dutch Christmas, even better than any normal Christmas. It's just great, you know. What about you? Good?
Yeah, real good.
Good. It's just us guys. We got no Julie. We got no John. We got no Papa Steve. Just 3 guys around a microphone.
I like to think they're here in spirit.
You know, I think they are with us all, but it's just us around the mics.
Definitely.
I got to say, I'm glad to be podcasting with you guys once again. The old hubbub of Christmas. Now we're back. We're back in it.
The grind's over. The holiday grind.
Kill Me 3 Times, The Voices, the first episode of Black Mirror. AP, you're the docket master this week. Can you kind of dive in just before we start? Where's your inspiration? Random dice roll?
That's right. Thanks for asking, Dale. No, I mean, okay, so let's start with Kill Me 3 Times. You got a Simon Pegg movie. So, you know, I'm thinking, okay.
Can't lose.
Simon Pegg movie, action, you know, hot fuzz-ish, right? You know, that's a little pleasant surprise for everyone, though, when we review that one.
Indeed.
The voices, it sounded kind of interesting. You know, you had Ryan Reynolds, Anna Kendrick,
Yes.
some good cast in this one, and it was kind of a funny premise, I thought, and see how it went. So I like that one for the cast. And then Black Mirror, I hear great things about Black Mirror, so that's why I wanted to check it out.
There you go. A nice logic behind it all.
I got something this time.
That's true.
Instead of just picking something
Dartboard.
that I saw.
Dartboard.
Yeah.
First one up is Kill Me 3 Times, 2014 film. Now, 5.9 on IMDb.
Low.
Yeah. Comedy, crime, thriller. 90 minutes, Patrick. You're happy.
Wheelhouse. T-shirts up on
It grossed $23,000.
Yeah, that's box office.
Is that
gross.
American dollars or is that Australian
No,
dollarettes?
I was looking at it. I couldn't find like a budget for the movie.
Right.
It only showed that the box office gross was roughly $23,000, and that was as of May
That's
2015 or something.
$23,000. That's like
it must have been.
that's like 2,000 people
not
showing
very-
up or something like that. You know.
I was thinking that it might have been like a pet project for like these guys that they kind of did it pro bono, but
Right.
like until I saw this movie on the dock, I was like, Simon Pegg did another movie that wasn't something with Nick Frost, and I kind of figured it showed here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, before we get into it, let's roll the trailer, Adam, if you could. That's a good jam, though.
Across the sea.
I'm Charlie Wolf.
Can you start it again?
And as I lie here... I'm Charlie Wolf. And as I lie here,
Simon Pegg.
waiting for death's cold embrace, I find myself asking the question, how the did it come to this?
Language.
Got something for you if you're interested.
I'm listening.
How does 50 grand sound?
Like a dirty job.
not
I
enough.
want you to kill my wife. She has a dental appointment at 2.
Okay.
trailer is kind of revealing.
He had a plan to make a killing. But so did everyone else.
Goodbye, Alice.
Bruce, we're good for the money. I just need a little bit more time.
You're taking a piece.
1 week. You tourist.
Something like that.
From the director of Red Dog and the producer of A Few Best Men. Now, everybody wants a shot at getting even.
I'm having a bad day here.
Sullivan Stapleton, Alice Braga, Teresa Palmer, Callan Mulvey, Luke Hemsworth, Brian Brown, and Simon Pegg.
I love my wife very much.
Well, you've got a crazy way of showing it.
Kill me once. Kill me twice.
God, this place is like a open-air insane asylum.
Kill me 3 times.
Kill Me 3 times. Simon Pegg, leading role in this one. I thought it was really good. What do we got here? Professional hitman Charlie Wolf finds himself in 3 tales of murder, blackmail, and revenge after a botched contract assignment. Now, real quick, before we get wild, this trailer kind of put it in a different light than I think the movie took. Is that true? Do you guys?
Yeah, don't watch the trailer.
Yeah, I was thinking dodge a trailer. Sorry, you just listened to what we...
Yeah, it's a lot more rewarding when you watch it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
without the trailer.
How the story unfolds, I think, is it makes the movie a little bit different than what the trailer shows. You kind of know what it's all about already. I don't know. Patrick, what do you think about this one? You like it? Didn't like it?
No, I really couldn't concentrate throughout the movie.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't stick around for the whole thing, so if there's a big twist at the ending, I might come back for it.
Twist.
Huge twist.
Yeah, no, I didn't stick around for it. I think I got maybe half an hour through it.
What was your problem?
I just didn't like Simon Pegg without Nick Frost. I don't know if it was just
okay.
I was just hung up on because we recently watched Hot Fuzz,
right?
So I'm kind of coming off.
Well, then you should have stuck for the ending.
Yeah, Nick Frost parachutes in. No, I know. I hear what you're saying, Adam. What do you think about this one, man?
I liked it.
So did I.
It started off. I was kind of like, okay, what the heck's going on? We're 7 minutes in. I have no idea what's happening.
Right.
What's going on? And then it kind of didn't really peg my interest too much. No pun intended. Thank you. But then you realize the movie is not shown linearly.
It's shown Tarantino-y.
There's a lot of they do like kind of their perspective, and then rewind the day, do this person's perspective. So it's kind of one of those
Shimmer Lake style.
One of those Shimmer Lakey movies, you know. So it's pretty cool how they unveil things like in each day, what's really going on, and people's motivations and everything.
Right.
Although it's definitely not as good as a Shimmer Lake, and it's definitely not. It was kind of different for me because it wasn't your typical Simon Pegg movie, and he wasn't too. He had a couple funny lines, but it wasn't his normal self. So you can tell he was really branching out in this one.
I don't. I agree with you. I don't think he was put in this to be hilarious. He was he had some funny parts, but you're right. This was a different role for him, I think.
Yeah. Why don't you tell the people what the movie is? Give it a little flavor, Dale.
Try
to sum it up.
Sum it up. Okay. Well, the description does a good job, but movie starts off. We see Simon Pegg. He's obviously a hitman. We know that right off the start. And he's super cool, but he's kind of goofy, kind of funny. Like the first scene, which doesn't give anything away. He is obviously following this guy to kill him. He has to stop killing him to answer a phone call, and it's kind of funny and ha ha ha. It's just silly. Yeah. It's silly. It keeps that Simon Pegg silliness that we know.
Okay.
It follows. In this town, there's a guy who owns a bar, and his wife, who is in a estranged relationship with, is it Helmsworth? And there's another set of people that are own a dentist's office that they're trying to swindle some money out, and this and this and this. I don't want to go too much. I'm dancing, but I don't know how to describe without dancing. But
Maybe I laid a mantle trap for
That
it.
was a mantle trap. But I did like it. This is such a tangled web film, and when stuff gets out of order and people are coming around the corner and the main characters don't know it, this was full of that. But right. Opposite Patrick, I still hung on through the whole thing. I wanted to see how it unfolded, because there's 3 pretty in-depth, if not 4, tales going on at one time, and everybody's involved with them throughout.
There's like a little twist at like every 20 minutes almost.
Exactly. And so every story is kind of has its part shown all the time, and they all end up meeting. Weird, like every twist movie.
Right.
But it really is interesting to see how it grows, and like, and how they shoot it, and how they lay it out to the audience. So,
right.
I don't know. It was pretty. I really liked it. I liked the plights everybody got in, and I really wanted to see how they got out of them and all. I wanted to see how these people were jerks. Well, you want to see them get their comeuppance. Will they? Well, maybe. You'll see. Simon Pegg. What do you think of his character? I don't know. You'll see how he progresses. I don't know. I really thought it hooked me, and yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it's 5.9. I'd put it mid-6s, but I mean, it kept me the whole way. Patrick, you had to bail on it, but I thought it was good.
Well, the way you guys describe it right now, it's kind of making me regret bailing on it so early.
Maybe it's worth
if I would have gave it like another
revisit
5 minutes. Yeah, I don't want to jump into it just yet, but I think you guys have already changed my outlook on this movie. With
I just think it's
8 minutes of cut.
Maybe you should just have us describe movies to you instead of watch them from now on.
Well, maybe if there was only a podcast I could listen to that would let me know what I should watch before
1890studios.com. That's 1890studios.com.
Unfortunately for you, there's not one out there because you need to make it.
Right.
So
no, but I think
I would love to listen to our podcast and not do it. But
it just came to me.
It's a burden, everyone. It's a burden. No, but I just think like the lighthearted Simon Pegg, but still tangled web story is it was a perfect kind of mix of light but still great storytelling, easy to watch.
I wrote down it's a nice little flick.
Sure,
it's a nice little flick. It's just it's not too deep. It's funny. It's not too dark. It's got action. It's
not silly.
It's not silly.
Yeah.
It's got a little emotion. It's got a little humor. It's just got a little plot twists.
Right.
So it's just a nice little thrill.
Yeah.
That's the best. It's not the best. It's not the worst. I
thought it was a great ride. I did like everybody's plot line too. I thought every character was interesting. I didn't hate and despise when somebody came on. I was like, oh, I hate this side of the story. No, it was like, how is this going to work out? How is this person going to work out? Oh, who's this character? Oh, how are they going to play out? And let me tell you, towards the end, things play out.
Yeah, they do.
How about that?
Man.
Yeah. No.
So why?
Super upset.
No, I want to know.
To be honest.
Yeah.
We're just like, no Nick Frost. I'm not watching it.
It wasn't that. No,
I think you expected something. You didn't get it, so you bailed.
Yeah.
If you had a little bit of a more open mind.
Yeah.
It wasn't a hot fuzz, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I just really regret not watching this right now. And it's really upsetting. I'm sorry.
That's what happened when you rob a film, man.
Dude, this is the first I gotta say, this is probably one of the first films I've really did a hard rob on.
Okay.
Where I got X amount into it. I'm like, all right, done.
Yeah.
Not getting it done. Usually I stick it out, but man, this one.
Well, then we'll tell our listeners. If you're expecting a silly Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, silly but funny and actiony, you're not going to really get that.
Because I don't think he was a director or a producer for this one, so it's totally
right.
It's Nick Frost is solely an actor in it, so I think it wasn't jump cut. It was.
Yeah, it wasn't in that style. No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
he was just he was branching out for sure.
It's a different role for him. I haven't seen him in a movie like this.
No, I liked it though. And did you catch that his name was Wolf? It reminded me of Pulp Fiction.
Mr. Wolf.
Oh, you said it, Mr. Wolf.
Yeah,
why did you say so? All right.
Oh, is that? Oh, okay.
I was thinking about that.
You think that was a hat tip to it?
I think that was a hat tip.
Okay.
To Pulp Fiction.
That could be.
Yeah.
Good movie to hat tip to, I suppose.
I would.
But yeah, that's what I think on that one. I mean,
well, I would say to Patrick, now take my advice. So I was watching this movie to start, and I felt the same way as you. It wasn't really grabbing me. It wasn't really doing anything. So what I did, put it on my iPad, sat in a chair, played FIFA with it on next to me. And then I was playing FIFA, I played a game, and then I was like, oh, okay, I'm listening. And then towards the end of it, I paused FIFA, and I was like, I want to watch it.
And you finished the film.
FIFA rule.
The FIFA rule. So whenever you feel like a movie's drifting on you, play FIFA while you watch it, put it in the background, and then if you truly hate it, just
you keep playing FIFA.
Then you're already playing FIFA. So it's not
can't get bad.
That is so good. That is that's a 10 out of 10 meme right there.
Yeah,
God bless America.
Nice work. No, that's true, Adam. The movie did start off light, and you didn't know where it was going to go, and we started to get introduced to like a bunch of different angles, a bunch of different tales.
Right.
But as the web began to collect, and you saw how Simon Pegg, the spider,
Charlotte told us the words
exactly as it came through.
Charlotte's Web.
Absolutely.
Get the bear.
I don't know. Is there anything more to talk about, Adam?
No. Rewatchability, recommendability. What do you got?
I say, everyone, I recommend it. Definitely watch it. Rewatch doesn't need to be right away, but it is such a lighthearted and fun film, and there's a lot of stuff going on. You may have missed something, so I will revisit this without any hesitation. AP, what about you?
Same thing. Recommendability for everybody. Yeah, fun flick, easy flick. You're looking for a fun, easy flick. There you go. Rewatchability. Yeah, I won't watch it for a while, but if it's on, I won't be like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, you won't deny it.
Yep. P-Funk, what do you think?
I'm gonna have to watch this movie. I'm gonna sit down. Probably not tonight. Probably not tomorrow. Maybe Sunday about 1:00 when I'm not doing any Battlefield.
It is a Sunday 1:00 film.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Lighthearted. Yeah. Fall asleep for a little bit in the beginning. You know the characters already.
Yeah.
Wake up midway through. Finish it up.
Yeah.
You got a drink review?
Do I have a drink review? I was just gonna put a pint of whatever down my window. I was caught in that not Hot Fuzz. Let me struggle for a minute. Shaun of the Dead. Obviously, I thought of that all on my own. I didn't need any help. I didn't have to cut anything out right there.
The magic of podcasting.
Thank you.
Way to bring that back.
AP,
the depths of your mind.
Bring us down liquor store aisle, man. What do you got?
This is a pure blonde. It is basically the light beer of Australia.
Okay.
Very simple.
Oh, as a resident of there for a short time. You were.
I like the Australian. I love the Australian people. Love the accents.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good movie, solid flick.
Right.
Nice, simple, just like Australia, dude. Just nice and simple.
It's not that simple.
Oh, it's simple.
Are you talking Aussie politics right now?
This is not the podcast for this.
Oh, okay. All right, never mind.
Is Gillibrand still the PM?
My drink's called the 1788. A 1788 is a Australian drink. Gin, apple schnapps, hibiscus syrup, lime, and like 17 other things in a martini glass.
That's the year Australia was discovered.
So it's just
by white people.
It's just a mess. It's just a mess of flavors and different. You got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You got schnapps, you got gin, you got hibiscus syrup. Like, come on, all these crazy things come together to make a really good drink. So you got all these stories going around. You got all these different tales, and they meet together in the end.
Well done. Very good drink review.
So that's me. Next one up, guys, is The Voices. It's a 2014 film. A likable guy pursues his office crush with the help of his evil talking pets, but things turn sinister when she stands him up for a date. Good reading by myself there. IMDb says 6.4, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's a
you're killing me.
No, it's terrible. Comedy, crime, horror, 103 minutes, not even the wheelhouse. Trash. Go ahead, Adam.
Damn.
Go ahead.
So we all watch this movie?
I definitely watched this movie.
I watched it. I watched it.
You watched all 104 minutes of it?
Unfortunately, yes, I did.
You mean fortunately.
Oh, God, Patrick.
Here we go. Let's roll.
This movie sucks so bad, dude.
It did not!
Hey, Jim, give me a break.
Oh, okay, I'll tone it down a little bit.
He was singing in the workplace.
Ryan Reynolds.
Lionsgate Films.
Doing, Jerry?
They like me at work?
Do you want to get a drink?
There's a girl. I like her.
Are you good with cats?
No, the real question is, are cats good with me? Because they
There's
pretty much own
Anna
us.
Kendrick.
Oh my
Very
God.
good point about cats.
Sometimes they talk to my pets, and they sometimes talk to me.
Of
Sometimes.
course, who doesn't?
I get that.
You're out your league.
Shush. Yeah, shut up, cat.
Do you ever hear a voice?
It's the animals talking.
Not really.
Jerry.
Hey, Fiona.
In her eyes, you're a ridiculous man.
So the Irish, or what is that? Scottish? Is that Irish?
Scottish.
Scottish is the cat.
Yes.
And like the hillbilly is the dog. Is like a big. What kind of dog is that? With the floppy jowls.
Boxer? Is that a boxer?
Maybe.
Beautiful
You
dog.
totally stopped taking the pills, didn't you?
Totally.
Asian Elvis? Come on.
Weird and funny and perfectly pitched.
So sorry.
A terrific performance by Ryan Reynolds.
You seem a million miles away.
I got a lot going on right now. Pretty bad situation, buddy. Me out of that.
She makes me want to scream.
All right.
Pretty complicated inside the human mind, huh?
Ryan Reynolds.
Best night of my whole life.
What a fab-cracking day to come back.
You're so mysterious.
Danica
It's
Drake.
cool.
The
Remember
voices.
last week when you said there was an invisible line that separates good from evil and you thought you'd crossed it and I said, no, you're a good boy? Yeah, I remember. So what? I've changed my opinion.
That trailer is very
Revealing.
well, it's not really revealing, but it's definitely lighthearted. And this movie, I didn't think had all the lightheartedness of the trailer. Patrick, you love this movie. What the heck?
Yeah.
Talk to me. Can you give a quick synopsis other than what I just read or no?
Well, so there's the main character, Ryan Reynolds. He plays kind of a unstable person, to say the least, and he kind of gets himself into something, and then he kind of talks himself through it through his pets, but his pets are talking to him, and then it takes a turn towards the end.
You mean he hears the voices? Titular lie.
Wha-bam, wha-bam!
Nice. But no, I thought Ryan. This is like a young Ryan Reynolds. This isn't your Deadpool Ryan.
This
Reynolds.
is a 2014 Ryan Reynolds. 3 years ago, Ryan Reynolds.
I know, but
when did he get old?
When you look at him, he looks
2016.
Oh, okay. Dang it, Adam. Got an answer for everything.
When you look at him, I constantly kept thinking this movie was from like 2006 or something.
Oh, sure.
He looks so much younger in this film, and he plays such like just like a young factory worker, just like pushing around a forklift, driving around.
He looks like he's playing the character.
Yeah,
he's just kind of like
I did not like this movie, but I really liked Ryan Reynolds in it.
Yeah.
What I liked about this movie was because the more he gets off his medicine, the more you could see like where his mind is at, not where the reality is at. And why I thought you would like this is because of the use of color. So when he's driving around, you could see like it's much brighter than what actual reality is.
Right.
So when we talk about like cinematography and all that stuff, I thought you were going to be on board with this movie.
I haven't said my piece yet.
Okay. That being said, I thought both of you would like this movie because you're both dog owners and you both love your dogs.
We all talk to our dogs.
And we all talk. And
basically, I'm Ryan Reynolds. Can you?
You're more of a Bradley Cooper to me. I don't know, but
thank you.
That's why I thought you guys would like this movie, and I'm heartbroken to hear that you
Adam,
are anti the voice.
Talk to me, Adam. You didn't like this one?
No.
Absolute hate from start to end, or you just weren't getting the payoff?
When I was done, I hated it. I did not feel that way the whole way through.
All right,
but when it was done,
what broke
I
your heart?
Well, man, I don't know. My first note in here is Dale hates this movie.
Really?
I wrote that down. Wow. That was the first thing I said. There's a lot of awkwardness that he hates.
Yeah.
He hates. I was sitting there watching it like, I don't know why. It's like, Dale cannot stand this right now. Right?
You're right.
Yeah, I know.
You get me.
Then I thought, but I liked Ryan Reynolds. I thought he did a great job in this movie.
No, I have that written down too. I think he's great.
So I really liked how it started. You know, he's crazy. He hears voices in his head. His dog talks to him. His cat talks to him. Animals with human personalities is objectively funny in every situation.
Agreed.
So
yeah,
check going forward. Right.
So far, so good.
Yeah, but then it just halfway through, I found myself looking through my emails, stopped paying attention.
Right.
I thought it was going to go one way. It took a turn that I did not like. It changed tones of the movie.
Okay,
and
I'm going to touch on that too. Yeah.
Okay, you take care of that. But yeah, when it was over, I just felt gross. I felt like disgusted.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching the movie Jenna, and I thought we were going to watch like a romantic comedy.
Yeah,
and
there's
like,
talking dogs. Like, how could that not be?
And I was like, hey, all right, let's hang out. Then at the end of it, I was like, I just want to go to bed. I mean, I'm sorry.
I got to take a shower.
I don't want to talk to you anymore. Like, it's just like, this movie just makes me feel bad. Like, this is awful. I never felt that bad after watching a movie.
If you're watching the live feed right now, Adam is grimacing like I've never seen him before.
So, I don't know. At the end, it just left a pain in my stomach.
And I got
Dale, go take it from there.
Okay, well, here's what I got. Let me just kind of blow through the notes a little bit and kind of tell you what I thought as I was writing down. Now, my notes are a little bare because I tried to, like, pull something that I can, say on the cast. Like, what would I like to explain to people who, we suggest this to? First of all, and I think this goes against what you said, it starts slow. It starts slow. We see the progression of Ryan Reynolds' character. He's kind of a, dopey. You can tell he's a little off. And he's, we see right in the beginning he meets with the therapist. And you can tell, he's struggling with something. But we're like, come on. So the slow start. His character development doesn't grow, but it takes so much time in the movie. It takes like a quarter of the movie to like figure out who this character is, and you really don't get the full gist of him. So it just drags in the beginning, and it just kind of, I don't know. Ryan Reynolds was good. I agree with that, but like the story wasn't as, I don't know. It just like didn't carry. And as you said, Adam, it makes you feel a certain way as the character. I mean, can I talk about the trailer a little bit? I mean, we just saw it. Obviously,
you can talk about whatever you want.
Okay, here we go. He is talking with his pets, and his cat.
His cat's like a Scottish.
Yes, it advises him to. The only time you're happy is when you're killing people. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Let's blow. Well, no. When he kills her,
the cat.
You need to feel alive.
Okay, so he accidentally kills a girl that he's with. He picks her up and he accidentally gets in a. No, it's in the trailer.
It's in the trailer. You can't give him a mantle.
I don't remember seeing that in the trailer.
It was in the trailer.
We saw
her without a head.
Yeah.
Oh! So anyway, no, don't blow the mantle. So anyway, he accidentally lands on her with a knife, then gets like really upset and starts starting to stab her with this butcher knife over and over and over again.
But there was reasoning for it.
Well, yeah, because he can hear animals. So when he killed the deer that hit his truck, said, "Kill me, kill me," and then he killed the chick, cut her head off, cut her body apart, and then he goes back to work, and blah blah blah, and Anna Kendrick comes over, but that's not shown in the trailer. So that's kind of his love interest in the movie. So I don't know. It goes all over, and Adam says it's dirty. It makes you feel dirty. But I don't think it's like, pick a genre for me. Is this silly, or is this psychologically like a thriller kind of thing?
To me, and then Patrick, you take it from there.
Okay.
To me, it seems like we want to lure you in with comedy, romantic comedy, with our cast, with Ryan Reynolds, with Anna Kendrick, and blah, blah, blah.
Talking dogs.
And then we're going to change it to a movie about mental health and like the problems that go along with it. And it
gets serious.
Yeah, it gets real serious, like uncomfortably serious.
I've never felt that. I didn't feel that throughout the whole movie. Coming into this movie.
But my second line was Patrick loves this movie. I wrote Dale hates this movie and Patrick loves this movie.
That's spot on.
All right, so talk to me, Patrick. This didn't didn't weigh you down emotionally? You was lighthearted?
No, I don't think it weighed me down at any point. Because when I'm watching this movie, it's not good versus evil. It's like when I look at cats, I'm like, okay,
evil, right?
Cats.
You are not leaving the animals.
Well, it's a center point of the movie.
They are a main character.
So the cat is influencing him one way, and the dog is trying to influence another. Right. But ultimately, it's just Ryan Reynolds kind of talking to himself, talking him through how he does it. But there's a couple of points where I pretty much laughed aloud, LOL. And then I don't think there was really a point where I was like, "Ooh, that's not good. Don't do that." I mean, everything he did was justified in his mind.
Okay, that's valid.
But not in the sense that, like, I'm
Status
in reality.
quo, yeah.
I'm in reality. That's not okay. It was Ryan Reynolds is in his own reality, and this is how he's justifying
This all
it.
seems reasonable.
So as long as you're looking at it through that scope, I think it's a different movie than when you guys are solely based in,
reality,
the collective reality,
right?
Versus
I understand
Ryan Reynolds' reality.
I understand what you're saying. If you're following his character along, everything he does is justified.
Correct.
Everything he does seems reasonable, and even as me and Adam said, like, it gets serious later. As you watch his character deal with what he's done and doing, you understand that, like, through his eyes, he's trying to do this the best he can.
Yeah.
And he understands this may be the best way to go through this situation. Man, I'm dancing. I'm doing the Irish jig over here.
You got the Jimmy
But
legs.
Adam, now we're watching a live feed. You're shaking your head. What's going on? I mean, can you accept when Patrick looks at this movie from Ryan Reynolds' perspective? Does it make it okay, lighthearted, straightforward, or what do you think? I mean, I didn't watch a movie like that, but I can get his point. What do you think?
Yeah, I get his point. I can accept that, but it's.
I feel like I'm Jerry Springer and I'm trying to make you guys fight.
Please don't.
Rusty.
He's got about 3 inches and 50 pounds on me. I don't want to go
3 inches is cool, right, guys?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Patrick. It's like it's all through Ryan Reynolds' eyes, and that's why he's doing the things he's doing and all this stuff. But still, I mean, there's still so many things he could have done that would have been better decisions, and he just didn't do it because he just gave in to his lesser instincts.
And he gave up on his pills, which kept him in his own head.
But there's a reason why he gave up on the pills.
Yeah.
Without giving away
no,
too much.
You're right.
There's
you're right.
So it's not like
That's explained.
He's just doing this all willy-nilly. He's got a reason why he's doing X, and X leads to Y, and then ultimately Y leads to Z.
So I mean, you gotta acknowledge at the end they took a darker turn and everything's super serious.
And you know what? And I think the ending in this one, Adam, redeemed this film. Because I was like, man, it's kind of dragging. It's like, what's he doing? And there's the awkward stuff that I don't like that you mentioned. But I got the ending was really interesting. It's he's psychologically battling himself.
Correct.
And that's as deep as I'm going to go. But how that ends up being towards the end is actually that kind of wowed me. I was surprised that it ended like that, and I'm surprised that I took that away. Judging by 95% of the movie was kind of meh. The last little bit of it and how it ended up was surprisingly good and really kind of saved.
Yeah, I hated the ending. I hated the ending.
Okay.
Ending was awful.
Okay.
Do you remember how it ended?
Yeah, I remember how it ended, but it brought it to like a new level. It brought it out of the rom-com talking dogs. It brought them to, well, actually didn't bring you out of that, but it brought the movie to another level, whether you liked it or not. It brought it out of like what are you? Are you a comedy? Are you just stupid? Are you psychological? I can't. But the ending made it whole. And that maybe not good or bad, but it completed it. And that's what I liked.
Going off of the ending, I thought, so if you break, there's like 2 parts to the ending. There's 1 to 2 minutes left of the actual runtime where they're doing their thing. Pre-credit slash credit.
That's the last 7 minutes is the credits.
I didn't count the credits. But it's the credits are rolling and there's still stuff going around.
Oh, you're right. During the credits, there is that.
There's 2 parts.
That's
to
awful.
The ending.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, that I can
and in
agree
fact,
with.
as we've told on the show, I share a Netflix account with Adam, and I saw you stopped in the middle of that. You did not even keep going. No, let's dismiss that weird, very closing bit through the credits. There is visuals going on throughout the credits that don't have to do with the movie. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
That part I did not like.
Agreed.
But prior to that is when, like, if the movie would have stopped before that and they would have gave me like 2 or 3 seconds of like just credits rolling and then jumped into that,
right,
it would have been a totally different ending to the movie.
Okay, and let me save myself here. I do not include like the during credits ending as how the movie ended. Does that save me at all, Adam?
Yeah, but still, I mean, like
You didn't like the ending?
No, I didn't like the ending.
Okay.
It just. I wanted it to be something else than it was, I guess. And then, but the ending, it just like, okay, this is the direction we're going, and then. Like he just I don't know. It just didn't do it for me.
Okay, well let's.
I don't want to. I can't dance. You gotta dance.
And this is just telling us something too, that we're all interpreting something different. Patrick walks into this movie looking at Ryan Reynolds' character and follows the whole movie through with those eyes. I watched the whole movie. I think it's slow. It's awkward. I really don't like it. The ending, see, there's Ryan Reynolds emailing me now. The ending for me, sans the during the credits. Like, I think that ending was a perfect ending to that. Yeah. Adam didn't like it all the way through. Basically, what we're saying here.
No, I liked the beginning. I hated the ending.
Oh, okay. So we all
so
have
it's all different.
We all have different opinions, and that's what the Netflix Explorers is here to do. I mean, really, guys, how much more can we do? How much more can we talk about? We just gotta tell people to rewatch and recommend, Adam?
Rewatch, recommend, what do you got?
I'm going to say, you know what, guys? If you got you can't really vacuum during this one, so it's not a vac horror com.
Don't clean your house and watch.
Don't clean. Thank you, Adam, for the announcement. No, but I don't know. It's worth a watch if you got nothing else to do. It definitely is a weird psychological. Again, it's slow. It kind of drags through the first third, but I think it ends, in my opinion, in a decent note, sans the credits there. But I don't know. So the recommend for me is, there. Rewatch? No. I don't want to put myself through that again. I don't want to see that credit sequence again either.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I think if they would have made that like ending montage that they kind of have, like almost a bonus scene.
Okay.
I think it would have been a lot better.
I like your idea of like give me 2 or 3 minutes and then play that.
Yeah, that would have been like a nice little cherry on top to the movie for me.
So does that make it a rewatch for you?
I was on the border about rewatching this because I feel like this is a good like, are you a dog person or are you a cat person?
Right.
Because this sums up the personas of dogs and sums up the persona of the cats, and I think this was a very good.
That's the best part about it.
Yeah, the struggle between the two.
Sure.
I thought they did a very good. What is the word? Not personalization. Personification of what the dog would do, what the cat would do.
Yeah, I think my favorite part is like he spends the night at Kendrick's house one night, and he's like, "Oh crap, I gotta get home and feed my dog and my cat. I didn't feed them." So he walks in the morning, and the dog's like, "Hey buddy, nice to meet you, nice to meet you." And the cat's like, "Where's my food?
Yeah,
give me food."
And also,
I left a present for you on the couch.
Whenever like somebody knocked on the door, the dog, intruder, I'll take a bullet for you. He's like, "I'll take a bullet for you, buddy." I was like, "Oh, that's like every dog."
No, I mean because. Giving animals human personalities is objectively funny, no matter what.
You cannot deny it.
Even with that gimmick, I still give it a 0 rewatchability.
Well, hang on a second,
and
Patrick.
0 recommendability.
So you're 0-0. Patrick, finish up. You said you will meh on rewatch. What about recommend?
I would definitely recommend it.
Definitely recommend. At least give a view. Adam, bring us out Liquor Store Aisle for this one.
So this one, I gave it a Hypnotic.
Hypnotic.
It's a. You ever see that?
A song by The Roots, actually. Hypnotic. Check it out.
I'll take your word for it. And there was, that bottle. It's like a blue bottle.
Yeah, I know exactly. Sure.
Yeah. Yep. So I was hanging out at a party one time in high school and had a bottle of that. And there was a girl there, and we were drinking the bottle. And things started off nice, man.
Was it as potent as a narcotic? Hypnotic, potent as a narcotic?
No.
Zing pow!
Okay. Yeah, it's as potent as lead. This thing is like so.
Jesus.
So then. So, it's starting off good. We're having some drinks. Everything's going well. So all of a sudden, we get 3/4 through the bottle, and my chest is in pain.
Okay.
Like, I was getting heart palpitations for the amount of sugar that was in this drink.
Absolutely.
And it was just made me feel like crap.
Yeah.
So, that's what this movie was like. It started off really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, with this girl. All right, let's go. Hey, we got a little hypnotic. Hypnotic in the house.
Yeah, potent.
Look at me. Adam Pillar, boats and hoes. But then... then the reality sets in and the
boat crashes.
The awful drink just destroyed my heart. I was like, I gotta go lay down. I'm sorry. This is the end of the evening. End of the evening for me. I'm going to bed because I feel like shit. And that's what this movie was like.
Wow, there you go. That's a perfect drink review, brother.
Thank you.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Wow. I don't want to go last. My drink review. No, what I got here is this is a room temperature Coors. Now, I've used warm Coors, which is garbage.
Yes,
but this is room temperature. So you're sitting there, you're watching the movie, you set your cool Coors down, and you're watching it, and you're kind of waiting for this film to go. It's a slow mover in the beginning, so your beer isn't being touched. It starts warming, or it's warming up. You know, it's getting down to room temperature. It's warming up, and then finally, like, things start getting going, and the movie starts getting psychological. Things start happening. Dogs are talking, cats are chatting, and you reach for the beer, and it's like it's room temp, so it's not disgusting. But it's just, you're drinking it, you're not really liking it. It's just room temperature Coors. It's like, and it finishes, and you're like, it's not a good last sip, but you know what?
It's the worst last sip.
But it's not it's not warm. It's not like you're like at it's a summer party and your beer's outside and you finish the last swig and it's like a warm. This is just room temperature, so it's not the best, but you still got like a beer there, so it's not the worst, obviously. So it's just a meh beer at a meh temperature, and it's a meh movie. Patrick, bring us down Liquor Store Isle.
Well, I gave this one a cinnamon or fireball and horchata, the rum chata. So, you know, it's just like a little mixed drink.
Solid drink.
It's a little cinnamony, little spice.
Do you
in
put it that on the rocks, a las rocas? Or no?
Oh, I definitely put it on the rocks.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you could drink it warm. It'd be like a
Coors warm. Yeah, okay. I know
it wouldn't be. But no, like I like it because it's flavors of both sides. You know, you got your cats, you got your dogs, and you got me in the middle, just trying to power the movie.
Okay.
So no, this movie was good. Don't let them steer you the wrong way.
Nice creativity.
Even with their great drink reviews.
I like where you went with that one. Not bad.
Well, that's good. I'm happy with that movie though. I'm glad we all three got different reactions.
Well, it's three-way polarizing. We say polarizing, which is, you know, north and south, but this is three-way.
It's trializing.
Indeed.
Trying. It's
easy for you to say.
It's a rock paper scissors.
Last one up is Black Mirror. We just watched episode 1, which came out in 2011. It's 8.9 on IMDb. And Adam, let's go ahead and roll the trailer.
Channel 4.
Just play it.
So this trailer is kind of going to send us into a bunch of different ways because every episode is different from every other episode.
What are you going to do for us today, Abby?
I'm going to sing.
Men will want you, women will hate you. All the time you were on stage. Couldn't help picturing you.
This is just stupid.
No, that's brilliant, because sometimes you're a bitch.
Oh!
I didn't mean that.
Did you guys...
You're a bitch.
Got him.
You're a bitch. Also, sometimes.
Imagine your entire life.
Did you guys watch that episode where he says that?
Yeah.
No.
This cognitive behavioral thing, it realigns your thinking to pick healthy food. It whispers you
Spent
into
inside a small room.
So he's a guy laying in bed. This is the most terrible trailer to play.
Yeah, this
It's
is
going
not,
through all the episodes.
Yeah, all 3 episodes. It's playing through all 3 episodes of the first season.
So the first season is 3 episodes, and it's giving you snapshots from all those.
Yep.
Also, let's talk about the iPhone 4. It is the best bodied podcast or iPhone that they have.
That's exactly the point, to make love to a pig.
Oh, that was a cool cut.
Yeah, I was going to say, this trailer is awesome, though.
This is a joke, right? Ha ha, Mike, ho ho. It's real.
It blends the future.
The future is broken.
The world will see it.
Oh God, I can't watch this.
Oh, yeah. I'm feeling this music. Society. Defying. Trailer. TV show. British. Yeah.
Black Mirror. TV series by Charles Brooker. This is not an official trailer. All content belongs to Channel 4.
Oh, sorry, Channel 4.
Oopsie doopsie. All right,
Have
guys.
to come over here in U.S. jurisdiction and get after us, mate.
What continent?
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Moving on.
Got to widen out your vowels.
Let's
We're here to watch Black Mirror.
let's edit that out.
Black Mirror, guys. We just watched the first. Well, we're supposed to watch the first episode of the first season, which came out in 2011. You got 60-minute-ish episodes on here, Patrick. I counted like 45 minutes for these. It's like 44, 45 minutes.
Yeah, well, there's 3 seasons of it right now, so there's 19 total episodes.
Right.
And like I was going through the other 2 seasons, so I just kind of wanted the first season's a little 40-ish, blah blah blah, but the next 2 are a little bit longer.
Okay.
So that's why I put ish. So
Season 1, episode 1 is 44 minutes. Episode 2 is an hour 1.
Oh, okay.
Episode 3 is 48.
And episode 2 that was a long one.
That was a long one.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. A television anthology series that shows the dark side of life and technology. This show is freaking awesome. How have I not heard of it? I'm excited that Netflix is, picking it up for the 4th season,
Yep, 4th
right?
season just coming out.
All right, so they're going to...
Trailer's out right now if you want to check it out.
Trailer's out. So they're running with it. Adam, did you go beyond episode 1, season 1?
I watched the whole first season.
Okay, so you got 3 episodes under your belt, Patrick.
This is a British show, so they have they do shows over there differently than the U.S. So they have only 3 episodes for the first.
And they don't call it a season; they call it a series.
Right.
So is this going to replace The Crown for you as your British show?
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
Okay, good.
Considering you watch very little of The Crown.
I've watched nothing of The Crown.
Okay.
So it's welcomed right in there.
So Kill Me 3 Times replaced as British just because of Simon Pegg. Okay, so this is incredible, I will say. I watched a lot of it, and I accidentally started watching series 3, and it was just as incredible. So, Patrick, I'm going to send it to you. You watched this first episode?
I watched 1 and 2. Yeah.
You watched episode 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
It's seeing 1 and 2. I know what I haven't seen in the trailer, and like you're saying, the cuts for the trailer preluding to what's in episode 3 is putting me on the edge of my seat, because now I was just going to go home, watch Kill Me 3 Times. Now I got to split it between Kill Me 3 Times
You
and
got
the third
a
episode.
lot of work to do.
So.
No, and actually, I will suggest watch the trailer. If you're going to watch this first season, again, it's three shows. It's easy to watch. It definitely keeps you reeled in. And the trailer's like a good introduction. Definitely whets your appetite for... the cuts are great in between, because they cut the first 3 episodes into one trailer, so it actually works really well. What did you like about this one, Patrick? Talk to me. I mean, Adam had me intrigued when he watched it before I did, and I was like, what's it about, man? Any good? And you're like, yes. So what did you think of it?
So episode 1 kind of hooks you with like the twist that's in what the PM has to do, the Prime Minister has to do. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting, because I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be like, it's taking itself seriously in this aspect, and then it's kind of just goofing around with the back half of it.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, okay. But then I watched episode 2. I was like, oh, this is nothing about this. Totally, completely different than the first episode. I'm like, oh, okay, so it's one of the... But then seeing that trailer and what's coming up in episode 3, I'm really excited to go home and watch episode 3.
Right.
So in the first episode, what hooked me was just like, it's not like Downton Abbey where it's all drama.
Okay.
It's definitely dramatic.
Sure.
But it kind of has a twist in it. It's got love interest. It's got everything you want in it.
Right.
But then it also has like that X factor where you're not sure how it's all going to play out at the end.
This?
Yeah. So the first episode, hook, line, and sinker.
Right.
The second episode, I was like, ooh, this is pretty good. And the third episode, anticipating it right
Gotta
now.
watch it. It's good. I mean, it's so interesting. I haven't seen a show like this besides, just like some stupid show that every episode is different. This is just the overall take of it is how technology, it shows the dark side of life and technology. So every episode is different, and I expected it to like be one show, and I started watching episode 2 going, what the heck is going on? Who are these characters? And then I quick went into IMDb and kind of read about it a little bit. And actually, fun fact, the second episode was something, they shot that first, but they released the one with the Prime Minister first. So, who is the black guy in the second one? Do we know his name?
He's got a name.
He was
in the movie Get Out.
Yes.
I just watched that movie over the weekend. Very good.
Okay.
He's in that, and I don't know his name.
He's in something else, but no, you know what he's in? He's in Garden State with Zach Braff and Natalie Portman.
What a throwback. So anyway, he's in that. Totally different. So this, if you're expecting a series all following a plot line, not correct. The plot line it follows is how technology affects life. So what we've seen let's just talk about this first episode. Basically what happens is the Prime Minister did this show in the trailer? Can I keep going, guys? Well, yeah. So when you say each episode is different, that means each episode is a separate 1 hour movie.
Exactly.
Almost. Like different characters, completely different plots.
Yep.
It's all about how technology changes human.
And another thing, we're late to the game. All of our listeners in London are yelling at their podcast players, going, "Guys, this is old news.
Wait till you get to series 3, you wanker."
Yeah, this is 6 years ago, brother.
Get with the times.
So they're screaming at us, but I'm just getting rocked with this now. But yeah, like you said, Adam, it's totally different, and the first season is just dynamite. But anyway, it follows, and I don't know, dang it, I don't want to blow this one, but it's a great story. The Prime Minister is put in a very, very awkward place, and he's woken up, to say the very least. Now, he's woken up early in the morning, and they said, hey, here, the queen, the princess, the queen's daughter is kidnapped, and you have to do something in order for her to be released, and it's very embarrassing. Well, has anyone seen this? Well, has anyone, don't send this to anybody. It stays in this room. He's like, no. It's already on YouTube. Well, shut it down. Well, it's already been seen 50,000 times, and people downloaded it and are re-uploading it at a rate. So we estimate, 250,000 people have seen it by now. So what this, and then, hijinks ensue. So what this tells us is, well, here's what happens to you once something gets released on YouTube. This is the impact of YouTube on the public. So it's a very interesting tale, to say the least. And, a little spoiler alert, the second episode kind of touches on what you think is stardom as what, not Star Search. What am I, 80? It's American Idol, X Factor, or whatever. Yeah. What does that mean for your career and stuff like that? It touches on current day stuff, but it's set in a little bit of a future setting. Throughout a couple of these episodes, as far as what I've seen. So it just deals with that, and it's such a different thing than I'm used to. Maybe our Brits listening are this old hat, but I don't know. Adam, what do you think about the first episode? Let's stay with that one.
First episode I really liked.
Okay.
It was the movie starts off almost kind of like an action movie.
Sure.
Almost like your Olympus Has Fallen kind of vibe.
A little Gerard Butler
But
action.
then it takes some twists, and then there's some technology that comes into play, this is how this is polling, and this is how this is polling, which is how politicians base everything off everything, basically, when you think about it. The second episode I didn't really care for, but the third episode was really good.
Yeah.
So in the third episode,
that may be my favorite one.
Yeah, the third episode, what happens is everyone has a memory. There's a chip in your brain.
It's a hard drive, sure.
Where you can rewind and watch every memory you ever recorded.
Which is a really cool thing because, for instance, in the episode, he goes to a meeting and he's driving in the cab home and he's rewatching the meeting. And he's like, man, what did he mean by that? And he goes to his wife so he can watch it personally in his own eyes. Or he can project it onto a television, almost like Apple TV. Interesting. So he can sit down with his wife and go, hey, what do you think about this? And then, boom, his little Apple TV boots up on the television.
Yeah, you really never tell anyone any stories anymore. You just kind of show them.
Yeah, and so they were at a dinner party like, hey, man, let's watch some old memories. And it's now those things, okay, so they're not pulled from your head, but they're all pulled from your phone. It's very... how they tie it in, you're like, yeah, You know, I was watching some of series 3 with my wife was looking over my shoulder, and she goes, "Yeah, this is exactly how people post on Instagram." And I went like, "Oh yeah, there's your, there's your tie-in. There's your relevance to nowadays." That episode had who's a Star Wars guy, Ex Machina, Irishman, who does a great American accent. I forget his name, but
the same guy from Tank 432.
No.
Rats. Shout out.
Thank you.
Tank 432.
Yeah. Hashtag. Yeah. But anyway, I thought it was fantastic. I can't wait to keep diving into it. I just haven't had time, but I'm definitely going to. It pulls you a strange way. I mean, there's definitely, although it's set a little futuristic, there's parallels to right now. And what's crazy is this is 2011. And it's more relevant now than I think it's ever been.
I think my only criticism would be at the end of every episode, there's almost so much to process every episode. Whenever the episode ends, I'm like, oh.
You gotta take a break.
Well, I'm like, oh man, I didn't want that to end. I wanted a little more.
Sure.
I wanted a little more.
An hour is not enough.
It's almost like a movie. I almost want a little more of it.
Yeah.
Where if I watch a TV show that's more traditional, I'm like, oh man, that was crazy. That's how it ends. Give me the next one. Let's go. Like free base. Just give me the good stuff, like, because I can't wait to see what's happening next. But this one's a little different, and I like it because of its uniqueness, where it's okay. That was that little segment, and now you're done.
Now you have to deal with that.
You have to deal with that,
right?
And now we're on to the next one, and it's like it's when I say like, yeah, it's a great TV show, and everyone's thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna binge watch it. It's not really a binge watchy kind of show. I mean, it's like
if it's not a binge watching show as far as you want to see how the story progresses, you really can get a full glass of tea, if you want to go that way, in one episode.
I think this is a great show to watch before you go to bed, because
right,
when you're done, you're done. There's not a lot of incentive to keep going forward to find out what happens next.
Sure, it's done. It really wraps itself up.
Yeah.
Every episode. I don't know. I'm super psyched on it. Again, you watch the trailer we just showed. I don't know. Find it on YouTube, and it definitely will give you quite a taste for the first series. It's really, really good. I don't know.
Yep.
Patrick, first episode. What are your? Talk to me. Me and Adam have been jabbing our jaw on this one.
So the first episode kind of just ends with all the events happening. It ends, and then the second episode picks up. And what I understood was that
did you know every episode is individual?
Only because I read the synopsis beforehand, and I kind of came into it because it's like American Horror Story. Like, it's one season cut and dry, then you go into the next one. Nothing's carrying over.
Okay.
So watch the first episode. Watch the second episode. Nothing really carried over into it.
Okay.
But then again, watching that trailer in episode 3, it seems like stuff is carrying over. So I think episode 1 and 2 don't really correlate, but episode 3 ties all of them together. And I haven't even seen it.
Yeah.
Am I mantling?
No, you're not mantling. You're 100% off. Every single episode is totally different than every other episode.
Really?
Yeah, so there's no correlation. The only correlation is it deals with technology and it deals with modern day. Oh. That's the only thing. There's no character.
Okay.
They're 100%, as Adam said, they're individual hour movies.
Well, it kind of, from the trailer, it kind of seemed like episode 3 was playing off of.
Well, yeah, and actually it was really interesting because he was in episode 3. He looked up at a screen, and the screen showed stuff from episode 1, which it's not there if you watch episode 3. That's a different screen. That was an interesting cut.
Yeah, they tie it all together nicely in the trailer, but that's not actually what happens in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why the trailer is good. It gets you excited about the first series. But no, yeah, you got kind of duped by the trailer a little bit.
Trailer duped.
Gotcha. But no, I thought it was really good. I mean, is there any more to touch on besides rewatch, recommend?
No.
Adam?
What do you got? Rewatch? Yeah, it's good. I'm going to keep watching it. I'm going to recommend it.
Yeah. No, I'm on board. There's no doubt. I've never been so sure of both things. I can't wait to get back to it. I got pulled away from it. I had to do something the other night, and my wife was waiting for me and sat down for some of a show, and she's like, she's explaining to me all this stuff. So like, I'm hooked.
If she's
hooked,
seen it?
Yeah, well, she watched a few episodes with me because she got hooked just by looking over my shoulder.
But has she seen anything that you haven't seen in it?
No, she's not gone, beyond what I've seen.
Okay.
So
I watched the first episode with Jenna. I don't think she's gonna want to come back to it anytime soon.
Well, Julie, like the second like stuff started to progress, Julie's like, yeah, well, this is about just people using Instagram and creating a false profile for themselves. I'm like, how did you know that? It's 3 minutes in, and then like as the thing goes, it's like, yeah, that's exactly what this character is
Dude,
doing.
I don't know about you, but all my good podcasting lines come from my wife, like because she tells me what to say. Like,
we both, Adam, you and I both got married above our pay grade.
Yes,
we did good. But Patrick, rewatch recommend?
Definitely for both. I don't know if you saw. Oh, okay. Well, so my notes have I will not rewatch it.
Okay.
The first 2 episodes.
Okay.
But I will continue watching, and I will recommend
somebody watch it.
Yeah. So I don't think there's enough for me to go back and rewatch the first 2 episodes because, like, you see a movie once, unless it's like Dunkirk, great, I'm not going to watch it again.
Right.
But so I've absorbed everything I need from episode 1 and 2, and now I'm super excited to see 3. But I can't see myself going back only because there's such a bright light that I'm heading towards. I don't want to steer away from it to go backwards.
What about a drink review for this one?
A drink review? I have a beer flight from
nice.
Brewfest. So like you're going up, you get like a bunch of different shots. Or not shots, like, 3-ounce glasses of different beers, and each one's a little bit different. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of why.
It's a great one.
Yeah.
Adam, bring us on liquor store aisle.
Man, yeah, that's tough. I didn't really have one written down because it's hard to do one for so much different material, but that was a good one. Beer flight. I guess I do something like it's very society defying.
Indeed.
To the T. To the T. This is episode 3 is why the term society defying exists.
Ooh.
I will say that.
Wow.
Defining,
Wrote the book on it.
Or
at least replayed its thoughts on it.
So if it's maybe it's going OG. So I'm going to go a little OG.
Well, do it.
I don't know. Maybe. I was, man, I don't know. I guess I'll give this one it's like a Sierra Nevada Torpedo.
Okay.
IPA.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite beers. I like it. I can have one, I'm done.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all I need because it's very potent.
Sure.
so it's like a potent beer. You just have one. Hey, I'm good. All right, cool. Let's go.
Yeah, I got you.
Yep.
I'm going to pick a compliance. Compliance? Which, if you watch episode 2, it is a drink that they say takes the edge off of, takes the nervousness out of the contestants. Again, I'm just giving you a little taste so you go up to episode 2. And I'd be interested to drink that. And just like this show, I'm interested in the next little
Again,
film.
though, but don't you think episode 2... Sorry to cut you off on your drink review. Are you done?
I suppose go ahead.
Sorry.
It's so
I apologize.
I'm going to go sit outside. Why don't you call me when the podcast is over?
Sorry, dude. But no, I was saying, like, don't you think episode 2 really could have been like a 2.5-hour movie all on its own?
Yeah, but it condensed into, an hour or whatever you said it was.
Yeah.
That's why it's movie good 45 minutes at a time.
All right. Well, sorry, that content I just laid wasn't worth pissing you off about.
No. I don't care. No, I know what the podcast would do if I would go. It'd be Adam on the megaphone.
I want some buns.
Saying Top Gear or
Top Gun.
Top Gun. Wow.
Zing.
I couldn't think of Top Gun.
You got it.
But anyway, guys. Yeah, no, so I got that compliance. That's what I got for this one. So, I don't know. That's what I think on that one. We got to get off the fence on this one if we can. We cannot go without saying what is your
groaning getting up.
Adam, I need your pick of the week, brother.
Oh man, I gotta go Black Mirror.
Black Mirror. Okay, cool. Patrick, what do you got?
Since we're doing movie of the week,
I said pick of the week on purpose.
Damn it. I'm still gonna give it to Voices regardless. I really like that.
That's too bad. I'm gonna go with Adam on this one and go Black Mirror. Outstanding stuff, guys.
Guys, Happy New Year.
Yeah, no, and Merry Christmas. A post Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year. We want to just say thanks for tuning in, guys. We're over at the 1890 Studios. That's 1890studios.com. You can check out other people who have been on the cast. Patrick maybe has some polls up there. All the stuff we talk about, robbing a movie, that's all on our glossary page. We use a lot of this dialect people across the pond may not know, so check out that. We're on iTunes. If you guys could, please subscribe. And really, guys, if you're listening, take 30 seconds and leave a rating on iTunes. That really helps us get seen, and we really appreciate that. So if you could, greatly appreciate it. We're on Facebook. Become our friend. We're on Twitter. Become our follower. We'd appreciate all that stuff. It just helps us get seen. We really appreciate that stuff. So anyway, Adam, thank you so much for being on the podcast, my friend.
Thank you. I'm also very excited to talk about, we got our 1-year anniversary coming up end of January.
Yes, we got about a month.
So stick around for that. We'll have the Netflix Explorers Award Show.
Yeah. Best ofs, best movies, best cast,
We're going to give out the pickaxes, which is the Explorers Trophy.
Yeah.
It's the award for all our picks. And go to our website. We have movies up there for you guys to vote on.
Sure.
For picks of the year and drink reviews of the year, favorite podcaster of the year, favorite guest of the year, most hated movies of the year.
Favorite host of the year.
Favorite host of the year. Oh, well, that's...
I hope it's me.
I think everyone won't go home empty-handed.
No, that'll be fun. That's a month away, guys. Yep. So hop on 1890studios.com. Patrick's going to have a slew of
Tune into the
polls.
live feed. We're going to be wearing tuxes for this special podcast.
Well, really, we normally podcast in only our underwear and a wife beater. Usually. That's what the live feed sees us.
It helps Dale feel at home. That's why.
Well, we are in Indiana. Patrick, thanks so much for being on the podcast, brother.
Anytime.
Notes are, you know what? You get better and better with these notes, man.
I don't know how.
I
don't know how. It's just ingrained in me somehow.
Nice.
Get enough whiskey in me and I can make great notes.
You know what? It's Clan McGregor.
You guys see Star Wars yet?
No Star Wars. Well, Star Wars.
Did you, Adam?
Star Wars came out
tomorrow.
No, Star Wars came out a couple weeks ago.
No, I'm saying tomorrow.
How are you going to see it tomorrow? It's already been out for a week.
Well, I'm just getting around to it now.
It's a Russian viewing of the movie.
that's my new favorite thing.
All right, guys. Well, we got to say adios, and we appreciate you guys listening, and we will see you next week.
Adios.
Arrivederci.
Bye.
He's on the rocks. Las Rocas. Las Rocas. Crack. Let's smoke some crack. Crack. Give me your crack.